face going into it.
I think we're good.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so who do you want? Who do you want? Red White Prison, Eldrazi. 2 decks again.
Let me see if I can do this right.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Modern's in a good place.
See if I did that right.
Stomping Ground. Birds of Paradise.
That's my vote. Get your votes in, guys. Get your votes in. Let us know who you want to see. Only got about 60 seconds to get your votes in.
Temple of Triumph.
Get that scry on.
Here's 3.
Ooh.
Is that the Obligator?
That is. Got that haste.
Going down to 17.
Yeah, has to read that one.
Inspiring Vantage.
Mm-hmm. Red, white, Fastland. Comes in untapped unless you're control more than 2. Oh, chalice on 1. So basically saying, hey, Ancient Stirrings, Noble, Birds, Lightning Bolt. Not going to see it.
Lyle's got a Bird of Paradise, an Eldrazi Obligator.
That is the...
Dwayne's got a Chalice. Yep, Eldrazi Obligator.
Not so much of the glare, it's the art actually looks like that. Which is weird to think about. Glad we can help. That's what's nice about the card bot, is as soon as you know the name or a guess about the name, doesn't have to be spelled correctly, you just type it in and it'll pull up the info for you. Scoos! Blood Moon? No. Let's just get rid of your board, please. Sweltering Sun. Worked out pretty nicely there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that card either. Another Scoos.
Wow.
Oh, and he can gain 2 life and make that guy bigger now.
Yep.
So he says I'll lose a life to make a green. Okay, you'll gain a life. You'll go to 18. I'll gain 2. Then I'll lose. So he gains 3 essentially, because he has to lose 1 off the forest there.
Chandra.
I'm gonna deal 4 damage to that.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Not many Eldrazi. A lot of low guys though.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at your hand, please?
Thought Not Seer. It's got some good ones. Lightning Helix.
Ooh.
Emrakul Nahiri.
Yeah.
Exile Emrakul? gotta be a 4 of, so let's just go for the Lightning Helix. Oh.
Nahiri. I like that too because the Nahiri can interact. Oh! Okay. I don't like that.
What happened?
Nothing that like
the chalice.
Super bad. It was like I'll take this with Thought Not Seer. You're picking up your cards. Cast this. Dwayne says okay, and he immediately pulls the cards off the top of his library, and that's when Dwayne was like, Chalice? So that's what they're talking about right now. I don't like that.
Oh my.
I don't like that. But it's the finals.
It is the finals.
Sneak. Hey, I love trying to sneak cards past players with Chalice. If you're gonna play this hateful card, I'm gonna do what I can to try to sneak it past you. So yeah, I've done that when I'm playing Infect, and people are like, especially against like the Tron Eldrazi who like to run it.
Mm-hmm.
They'll throw that down, and I'm like, well, maybe I can sneak a pump spell or a protection spell. No, okay. But at the same time, sometimes I just throw cards into it because I have become immense.
Yeah.
And I can make my dudes bigger. So it looks like they're finishing resolving it. But I think that also like will help tighten Dwayne's play up a little bit more. Now he's got, knows that he's got to be a little bit more careful, and looks like he's going to take a talisman here. Might not have had much else that he really could get from that. Like probably no creatures worth value. And he says, I'll uptick this land. You'll take 2. Helix. 24. Draws a card off of that. Wow. Smash that guy. There's a Wrath of God, though. So now he's going to double check. Okay. Only for targeted spells that I have to discard an extra card? Cool. I'm just going to board wipe it then. Or he's got the Nahiri, so he could target it and exile it. Because that's not a spell, it's an ability. So I like the Nahiri here. Save the Wrath maybe for later.
Sure.
Because he knows he doesn't have a threat right now, too.
Right.
It's just that talisman. So now he double checks. Okay, you can exile an artifact, but... Or an enchantment, or a tapped creature. Does the artifact have to be tapped too? Yes. So him just playing talisman won't be much of an issue. Uptick, get rid of that
Emrakul. Yeah. Shuffle.
Bye. I'd like to shuffle these guys back in. But before then, you have to complete your rummage.
Reshaper's gonna deal 3.
Yep, Mana Reshaper, of course, 3/2. So he can just, like, come at Nahiri and be like, yeah, I'll poke you down, bring you down to 1. That way I can finish you off next turn, essentially. It's a Blood Moon there. I like that.
Yeah, Blood Moon's real good.
But he actually goes for the Wrath here. It's free land. Okay. Pass. Is it another one? It is.
Wow.
Fetch. Go to 23. Now, he can just uptick, and it's less to worry about, right? Say, okay, Rummage, and now you can't kill me in 1 turn, kind of thing. Like with, or you can't kill my Nahiri like that. Draw. Play Blood Moon. Nice. Rummage away that mountain. Play Blood Moon. Play Blood Moon. Yeah.
Blood Moon. You have lots of mountains.
But he still has the ability to make colorless because of that talisman.
Sure.
Coming at Nahiri for 3. So Nahiri can exile that and still have 1 loyalty left. Thought Not Seer.
Oh.
Now is the choice here. I personally like getting rid of the talisman.
Cut him off colorless.
Cut him off colorless and say, okay, now you have a 4/4 and a 3/2 that I have wrath effects in here I can draw into. Johnny. So I still like taking him off colorless and don't play a Johnny this turn because then you can keep that Thought Not Seer tapped. Right? Or you could say I'll exile your creature this turn. Play a Johnny. Make sure Matter Reshaper doesn't untap. Exile your artifact. Right? And then you just have Thought Not Seer to deal with. But you probably lose a Johnny here if you do that play. So there's like, this is the super tough part, right? Because you have 2 planeswalkers that can interact with the artifacts, with the creatures. Like, there's a lot to think about here. He actually upticks Nahiri. Upticks a Johnny targeting that. So
I think he's trying to risk losing the Ajani to keep the... to get rid of the Thought Not Seer with the Nahiri.
Yeah, like... combat.
Yeah.
Kill a Johnny.
Dwayne hasn't drawn yet, correct?
He did draw, but he hasn't rummaged yet. But see, even if he rummages, he loses his creature. So I love that. Exile that. I'll draw another card off of it. I think there's a Chandra he has, which kills off his other creature, hopes that it doesn't get replaced, essentially.
Right.
But that also clears the board, so it's just 2 Planeswalkers out and no creatures for Lyle if he does it that way. But yeah, 4 damage to that. Trigger. Bolt.
Gonna lose Nahiri.
Counter it. On point there. Gotta try. Three-turn clock. Until Nahiri gets to find the flying spaghetti monster. Chandra is going to slowly chip away at Lyle's life as well. Or he finds something he can play. Like, he's going to draw a card, rummage, regardless of whether he throws it away or not. Yeah, I like that. Now we're going to exile the top card. Do I want to cast that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure do.
Yes, I do. I'd like to make a bunch of dudes. Here's my 3/1/1 soldier tokens. Those lightning bolts you got in your hand, pretty useless. And he says pass. Draw, rummage, exile,
uptick.
Make more tokens. Another chalice gets exiled. Or discarded, sorry. Exile.
Oh! No way!
Make 2 mana! Make 2 mana! Oh, that hurts.
Feels bad, man.
Guess they're just gonna beat him with soldiers. Uptick.
That 1 in 60 chance.
Oh.
I guess it was.
I must have jinxed him talking about it earlier.
You must have.
Here's 3 more coming across. Puts Lyle to 14. Make 3 more soldiers. Alright. Lyle's sitting down a pretty scary board state right now. There's 6 points of power on the board now. And, you know, Chandra can sit there and continue to exile stuff now because it's like, what?
Yeah, what's it matter?
He says, I'll counter that. Gotta try. And that's the thing. Like he let 1 go by earlier, and now he's on point. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
So gotta get that player to tighten up his play a little bit, and he did.
Exile.
Yep. Don't care about it.
Yep. Take 2. Go to 12.
Rummage this away. Discard a land, draw a land.
Swing for 6. Go down to 6. Make 3 more.
Pass turn.
And Lyle says, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. We'll go to the whole sideboard game and do that. So Dwayne playing it well that game, being able to kind of say, you know what, we can go to this longer grindy game. I'm fine with that. Lyle not really picking up too much of his big guys at the end, right? He was just kind of not really having those draws line up. And that happens from time to time. Like we saw that last time, right? Versus TJ in the semifinals there. So now, shoes on the other foot, if you will. The road to Eldrazi. Got to find some better answers here. Things available to it. Engineer Explosives can help out. He can get his own Chandra and kind of play this Planeswalker style of play. De-Glamour works out well, too, if he wants to try to do something like that. Because you can send that Blood Moon away. For Dwayne, I like Blessed Alliances coming in. I like Time of the Reinforcement coming in. Settle the Wreckage is great.
And Anger.
I like Anger, but I don't know if I like two of them.
No, I think one's fine.
He also has option of Dismember. Crumble to Dust, not a bad choice.
If it gets him off of that colorless mana, I think it's worth.
But I don't think he necessarily needs it because I think he's got plenty of stuff main board that he doesn't need to worry about taking out. So I like the more removal, just Blessed Alliance, Timely, Settle the Wreckage, Anger, maybe that Dismember kind of thing. Or Lyle's kind of going to be like, I need to destroy your stuff for a little bit.
Yeah.
Both players kind of getting their sideboards tiered up, getting ready to go, going into game number 2. So already, your pick's doing pretty well.
He's doing all right. He kind of had to slog through a little bit there to
get there. Yeah, there was a lot of that complicated lines available when he's sitting there with like the double Planeswalker and staring down two creatures.
Right.
And like, what is the best way for me to progress my game to the next step?
Exactly.
Yeah, and Lyle's like, okay, Lightning Bolts, you're a dead card. You know, I'm gonna be facing down Chalice. That's not gonna help me here.
Right. He's definitely not gonna let it through again.
Yeah. I think you have to keep the Ancient Stirrings in there, though, because you're on the play. Like, you can be able to do that turn 1 and try to set yourself up nicely. And if you're bringing in removal against Chalice and Blood Moons and stuff like that, you might be needing that for later on, so... A little bit more thought going into both the players.
Well, it is the finals.
Yeah, like, you can't go all willy-nilly. And I know some of the players have talked about their sideboard skills they feel are not as well prepared, or that maybe one of their weaknesses.
Right.
But I feel like all of our Invitational players have done really well prepping their sideboards for it and having a, decent spread of cards and not being too locked in on a particular sideboard strategy kind of thing.
Right. The other thing to note is both of the decks that are in our finals are not decks that I think people were expecting.
Right, that's true.
I mean, maybe Dwayne's Red-White Prison, because he has played it in the top 8 before.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a little bit different. Things change. But I don't think anyone was expecting Eldrazi.
No. Nobody was like, yeah.
So it's tough. Like, I mean, obviously you want a sideboard, you want your deck to be tuned to kind of face everything that you want to see, but when you I've never heard of this deck.
Nope. I had not either up until the Invitational, so... Which is cool to see that there's still decks that are getting brewed up that, can do well.
Alright, so let's do this. Game number 2. We're looking at 7 cards. Chalice, lands, Wrath.
Seems good. Not enough lands?
Dwayne's not interested.
I'm wondering if he only had 2 lands or something.
Could be.
And maybe it was like, okay, I can do Chalice, but you're on the play, so the likelihood of you being able to play one of your birds or something before I get this out,
right,
not going to help me out. And then I don't have any follow-up, and just kind of in top deck mode hoping for a land, so... Or maybe he's hoping there's some better sideboard cards and stuff that could be available to him.
I just noticed... Well, it's got lightning helixes, I guess. It's not running any number of lightning bolts in Dwayne's deck.
Yeah, so a lot of the prison-based decks, because they run the Chalice like that, especially the red-white styles, they go, well, if I run Bolt, it's just going to get countered by Chalice, because most of the time in most of the matchups, I'm putting Chalice on 1. Right, so if you're playing against, Grixis Death Shadow, you shut down most of their deck by putting it on 1. Play Infect, you're shutting down most of their deck from putting it on 1. Even against, some control strategies and stuff like that, their setup stuff. We saw it against even the combo stuff, all your draw spells aren't going to be on 1 mana. So, it's... The bolts would just be dead draws. So that's why they can get away with having Helix, because it's less likely they're going to be playing Chalice for 2. So it looks like Dwayne was digging probably for that ley line, so he knows, hey, I'll be protected against Bolt, I'll be protected against Thought-Knot Seer, I'll be set up nicely. And nice play.
Lyle's going to fetch in response.
Get a forest.
Go down to 19.
Oh, that's nice. Make a Scion, so now I have colorless available to me. He says, no, that was in response to...
Yep. True Endbringer. Plays a Burn Willows and passes back. Lots of pass go. Mountain.
Kessick Wolf Run. Sorry, Mountain. He's up to 5 mana now, though.
He is. He can't make 3 color. He can't make 3 colors, though, can he?
No. Yes, he can. Colorless.
Noble.
Green, red.
Right.
But it goes Skoos.
Colorless counts for Sunburst?
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Birds or Noble could do it, though.
Yeah.
I guess that's probably his game plan here. beatdowns until he can make three color mana on Sunburst for the Engineer, blow up the Blood Moon, cast you to death.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! Drew a Burns!
Just draw what you need.
Here's a Smasher. 7 damage. May not matter. Hardcast Simeon.
Here's a blocker.
Seven more. Jump in the way for 2, take 5.
Yeah, goes to 6.
Bolt.
Bird.
Yeah, you can't do it yet.
Wrath of God.
Oh.
Oh no, he's only got 1 white.
Oh. Oh, he's got it in hand.
Lightning Helix. Scavenging Ooze. No, yes, Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah, he can't eat it. He could do that really heads up thing where he kills his own ooze to stop Dwayne from getting life gain here. He could probably just kill him this way.
Engineered.
For 3, pass.
Give me that plains. No.
You know, honestly,
I
don't know if I would have showed my Engineered.
Did he play at game 1?
No.
Huh, yeah. He didn't need it.
He didn't. Yeah, I don't think he needed it.
Because he still could have bolted him and killed him anyway.
Yeah, like, so it's kind of one of those things where I hold on to that as like a
secret. Because, yeah, you know, especially now Dwayne could go back into sideboard and go, okay, he's got Engineered available to him now. Maybe,
I mean, I don't know if there's much he can do to stop Engineered, but, you know, I would rather hold on to it.
0.
Yeah, I guess.
But he's back in the tank, going through his sideboard, saying, what should I bring in?
1-1. Someone's going to win this. Someone is
about to become our Season 6 champion.
True that.
It'll either be Lyle, our first 2-time champion, or Dwayne, first for him. The chat was voting for Dwayne.
That's your John Madden response.
I was trying real hard. Yeah. I was like, how can I...
Someone is walking away with the win.
I don't do it as well as you, I feel.
Someone is going from 20 to 0.
There you go, see? Chat was voting for Dwayne. We had 2 people vote for Dwayne. You were voting for Dwayne, so that's 3 people.
That's 3 people. Actually, I think we could say now, since we're here, Dwayne was the people's champ.
That is true. That now that we're in here, everybody that was eliminated
was rooting.
But
I don't think it was. I don't think it was because they don't want to see Lyle win. They just.
I think people generally like Dwayne as a player. Like when they play against him, like, yeah, you're playing annoying decks, but you're not like a jerk about it, right? I had to stop myself real quick.
Whoa.
Like,
what kind of stream is this? No,
this is
I
a
think
family
they
stream.
would rather see Dwayne be numero 6
Yeah.
than
That also gives everybody else a chance to be like,
Exactly.
listen, if Dwayne wins, then I get a chance to be...
everyone gets another 10 weeks, another shot
Yeah.
at the 2-time champ.
Which, I mean, you were hearing in a lot of people's interviews. They were hoping for it.
Right.
Alright, so the ley line, Dwayne mulliganed to get to the ley line.
Didn't really do a whole lot for him.
Didn't really help him. Doesn't mean it's not a good card in this matchup, though.
No, it's just, I don't think I hold it in as high regard as, maybe something else.
Right.
Maybe he only had like one land in that opening 7 in that second game, and that's why he didn't keep the chalice.
That's true.
But I think I would have rather had the chalice
Yeah.
over the ley line.
It shouldn't be a high regard in this match, honestly. Yeah. So, like, we know that it helps against Thought Knot Seer. We know that it helps against Lightning Bolt. But other than that, there's other cards that matter more and more impactful. So.
Yeah.
Alright. Players still working through stuff.
Looks like Lyle's stripped out a couple Endbringers.
Yeah, I feel like if you're playing against Blood Moon, it's much harder to have that colorless mana. Endbringer costs a lot, so I like that he's not prioritizing it staying in there. Like, you set yourself up better if you can cast your spells earlier and get out more aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Dwayne shuffling up, Lyle getting ready.
This is the final game, this best of 3 finals for Season 6 Invitational. Last match of Season 6. Now, Pro Tour's this weekend.
It is.
I guess there's also, like, some football this weekend, too.
There's some football thing this weekend.
Yeah. How do you think the Pro Tour is going to affect what decks players start bringing to the shop?
I thought you were going to ask me
Something related to football.
What I thought the impact of the Pro Tour was going to be on the Super Bowl. And I was going to say very minimal.
Minimal.
About 110% minimal. I think it'll affect it quite a bit.
Yeah.
The brilliant thing about the Pro Tour is that the pros, it's modern.
Yeah, modern.
And we got a friendly handshake coming down for the third game, the final game. What's gonna happen is I feel like we're gonna have another Eldrazi on our hands.
Because the pros get to play modern again?
Well, not only that, but I think somebody's found something.
I would be so sad if that happens. Because I feel like, maybe Wizards will look at it and say, hey, the pros are crushing it with Lantern Control. Right? They're just destroying everybody at the Pro Tour and everything like that. But then the rest of the events, like SCG Opens and things like that, which are, I feel, a good indicator of what a lot of pocket metas look like, because they travel around to different cities and you can see more of a trend. They're little trends, but you can still see them. I'm fine with them holding off on a ban for a while. I know your fingers are crossed for an unbanning soon.
Yeah, don't ban anything. Just unban something.
Just unban something.
That's fine.
Get that planes.
If he hasn't found out planes in that pile.
Nice. I love the deck. But I don't want to invest in Mox Opals just to play that deck, because I like Affinity's not something I care about. Yeah, it's pretty hard to lose to most of the meta. I know it's an exhausting deck to play, and there's a lot to keep track of and stuff, and so to play multiple rounds with the deck, you really have to build up your mental strength to be prepared for that fatigue. Nice. That's
Chalice
awesome.
On one.
Chalice here. Wish he had that a turn earlier, to kind of lock out that shenanigans that Lionel
I think that's
started
the downfall of this deck, is that it plays a lot of humans.
Dinosaur. Counter Souls naming
It
dinosaurs.
plays a couple of tap lands, which are kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
Inspiring Vantage is good. I think he has Anihiri.
It's nice. Is there a Thought Knot Seer here, though? Because he's at 4.
Shaper's good.
Yeah, not bad. Nahiri Rummage. Go to 3 loyalty, essentially, after an attack. I don't remember what else Dwayne's got in his hand that he could, but it's like that turn 4 is really where Dwayne starts doing things, right? And it looks like he doesn't have anything to do, which is a shame. He's just gonna, Helix, zap him down.
22.
The Singleton Endbringer that was still hanging out gets to go to his hand.
Here's a Thought Knot Seer.
What you got? He says. What you hold on to?
Oh.
Goodbye, Nahiri.
Yeah, I think I would have.
He read last turn.
Yep.
To rummage.
Yep.
Because, like, you don't care so much about that second chalice, so at least rummage it away. And then you still have the helix for backup. Oh, he's got double planes now. So whenever the Wrath of God decides to show up.
Could be soon. Drew birds.
Birds? Dead card, because Chalice will not let him play it. He could try to sneak it in, though. I mean, if you have no other plays, do you try it? I mean, he's got a cavern, so we can name dinosaurs again.
Sure. What's two of them?
Name birds, apparently.
Seems good.
You just let that resolve?
Again, he's on. It's okay.
Chalice.
It only matters if the bird is relevant.
Helps him cast Endbringer.
Does
Yeah.
Is Endbringer 6?
I think so.
Leyline, hard casted. A little bit too late. Yeah.
Ancient
Grudge is going to get rid of that chalice, which...
Bolt you! I'm doing all this in response. Pass, he says. Cool, I'm going to play this Endbringer.
Yep. Was made relevant. Less relevant if you just play land, which you did.
So, I think right now Lyle's just sitting here and going, okay, if I play Endbringer and he just pops out a Wrath of God, I'm completely out of gas.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
He's trying to draw into it.
This guy gets untapped. He's like, what? That doesn't matter. Gotta remember your triggers, guys.
Chalice.
I think I only missed 3 Chalice triggers. Between all 3 games. There was the bird. There was the
Ancient Grudge,
and Ancient Stirrings. The one that, like... Well, I guess that wasn't really missed.
Oh, I was thinking Ancient Stirrings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, because you didn't have Ancient... You didn't have a Chalice on 2, so, yeah.
It's quite a bit of power over there.
9 power.
He's dead to a bolt.
Hey!
Oblivion Ring is nice.
Let's put that guy on hold for a minute.
It's good.
It's good. No chalices to counter it.
Ancient Stirring is such a good card.
Find that Reality Smasher.
Oh, yeah.
You know what deck runs Ancient Stirrings? Besides
Tron.
this one? And Tron?
Lantern control.
Yeah, it does. Hey, look, that's Reality Smasher.
It's just good deck building.
Just good deck building. Draw what you need,
We
guys.
only run 4 of them, right?
9 points of damage.
Oh.
I'd like to draw a card.
Dose.
I was like, where's the 2?
Ooh, Helix yourself. Go to 1.
Send a message.
I can't even kill myself the right way.
It needs a wrath effect.
He sure does. Oh, he does have a Helix in hand. Deal 3, but gain 3.
He needs another Helix. Okay. What does he have for 4? Which Planeswalker does he hold on to? Because he can say...
I think it's...
A Johnny that stays tapped...
But you have to...
Kill that. Thought Not Seer.
Kill that Thought Not Seer, die.
Draw a card. Die.
Die?
Yeah. I like that play.
Advantage Reader firmly on the end boss's side.
Yes. Hey, I think it was right around this time Eldrazi was winning, a Pro Tour recently. But recently, like 2 years ago. It's like...
You guys remember when Reality Smasher and Thought Not Seer were a dynamic duo?
Still a thing.
All we needed were mimics. I feel like this deck could run mimics really easily.
Yeah.
Like over the obligators.
Yeah. I guess it's like cuteness of the obligators. I gotta take one of your creatures.
I guess.
For 5 mana, or it's like
the beauty of the mimic was the fact that you didn't have to cast anything for it. And yep, you gotta toss 2 just to do it. It's 5.
5 kills that.
He's in.
He'll go to 1.
Bird can't do anything.
Let's see.
Good play, good play.
Kill Chandra.
No.
Nope.
I will attack you. 1. Engineered.
For 3.
Sure.
Oh.
Oh.
That Oblivion
Ring.
Bye-bye.
Draw. Helix. Oh, cast out. Cast out would be good. Exile that so quickly.
Take 2, he says.
My man's still in this. 1.
What's he got in his hand?
Cast down. Telling you.
I'm telling you.
It's cast down. Attack with Thought Not. Oh, what was it? It was an anger.
What a game.
It was hard fought. The people's champ. He was looking strong. Congratulations to Lyle Rolfs.
Our first 2-time champion.
He gets to hold his head up high with pride as being the first 2-time champion for the Modern Magic Mondays.
What do you think about his deck choice?
I think it was super solid.
Yeah.
Looking like I saw the Obligator. He talked about the Obligator, but not really seeing anything from it. Like, we didn't see Fling, we didn't see the Obligator. Like, I honestly do think that this is just kind of a harken back to Eldrazi of old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 2 years ago, Eldrazi.
Well, it's like
Bird and
people
Noble.
trying to do that Bant Eldrazi, right? Because you got to like displace your Eldrazi's and do some cool things.
Yeah.
But like, this just seems like Tron Eldrazi, but you're just running red, green, good stuff with it.
Yo, GLK, thank you so much for the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
I mean, I think the thing I like about the green-red version is that it's quicker.
Yes.
The band version is more controlling.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
build up.
Yeah, there's a lot of build up. You're using Drowner of Hope.
Yep. Make a bunch of just Eldrazi.
The Sky Spawner. So there's definitely a lot of variance in the different Eldrazi decks that you can make out of Modern.
Yeah.
But they all end with Thought Not Seer and Reality Smasher.
Yeah, I like. There's 4 lists of Eldrazi that I know of that can be running around.
Yeah.
Like you have the Tron Eldrazi.
Yeah.
You have this like red green Eldrazi, right? You've got Bant Eldrazi, black white Eldrazi,
Yeah.
and all of them are running Thought Not Seer because it's like great, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be running it, so. I think if you're looking at your side of the bracket too, like Lyle did, playing something that has that explosive power to it, but can also deal with creature-based decks is really nice. So he can kind of gear how he wants to play his games.
Sure.
Plus, it sets him up that he doesn't know what everyone's playing on his side of the bracket too, right? Like, you sit there and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, well, Mox could play anything.
True.
Like, I don't know what he's going to be playing, so I've got to be ready for anything from him. TJ, if he wins his match, we'll probably test together, so I'll at least know what he's playing, kind of thing. Jamie, who knows what he's going to be playing. So that's, try to lock down his side of the bracket. The other side is also kind of the same thing. Like, you can kind of say, okay, Matt's probably going to be playing maybe a rock-based deck. Jeremy's probably going to be playing maybe something...
I don't know how you pin it.
Weird.
Right.
Or Tron-based, or, whatever, but he wasn't.
Land-based.
Yeah, land-based.
You can always say there's going to be lands.
Keenan, Burn, or humans. Either way, this Eldrazi list is just bigger.
Yep.
Like, and Dwayne, who knows? So, but, great series. A lot of 2-1 matches, too. A lot of back and forth from all the players. So, that was nice to see really close matches from all the top 8 players, and not just the big old stomp goes to the final easy mode stuff. So it's nice to be able to see. We're also probably going to be doing some changes for next season, random seeds too.
Yep.
It's like
random pairing of the seeds.
Yeah.
Yep. That way it kind of keeps things fresh. They don't get as much time to kind of prepare. They know exactly who they're playing. It's going to be totally randomized day of. So
that's going to do it for the Invitational. If you guys like this kind of stuff, please hit the follows, subscribes, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to be chopping up the VODs, uploading them to YouTube. We're going to do some rebroadcasts of all of Season 6 over this week for people to watch. We'll probably just kind of restart the Invitational broadcast up a little bit after this finishes up for those that want to watch if they missed it. And then we'll do kind of a rebroadcast later this week. Just kind of get some Modern action before the Pro Tour starts up, essentially.
Yeah.
Season 6 is going to be starting up, just like we said. Or 7. Oh my gosh, Season 6 just ended. 7 is going to be starting up. Tomorrow we'll do the recording, broadcast it up next week, all that kind of good stuff. Also, there's going to be some more podcast-related stuff in the future. Just more content overall is going to start flooding up for you guys to be able to enjoy. Check us out if you like what you see here at Modern Mondays, of course, for the actual channel's Twitter. So that lets you know when we're doing any other projects, like if we're going to travel to events, playing in events, when this stuff is happening. Of course, at Farm0R for Brett with all his variety streaming and stuff like that he's doing, all those projects. You can check out his channel and his Twitter. Myself, at The Real Nan Man. Of course, a lot of my stuff is Magic related right now, but starting to get back into StarCraft and other stuff, so you guys can keep an eye on that as I slowly get back into that whole aspect of things. Did I miss anything?
No, you're good.
I tried to just knock it all out.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Right.
Congratulations again to Lyle
Yes.
Rolfs,
Congrats.
season 2 and now season 6.
Gosh, we got to
champion.
update this.
Yep.
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.